Hey there, how's it going? I haven't played or recorded any Final Fantasy XIV content in like years. Uh, I've been playing old school RuneScape, but the big thing that kind of discouraged me from wanting to keep playing was that I lost some recordings of the last content I did. Part of the Eden raid, and I think I want to say the Twinning, had to re-record them, and it not actually being blind, despite being labeled as blind on YouTube, got me a bunch of dislikes and angry people in comments on those videos. So I felt pretty bad that up to that point I recorded my blind reactions to everything, and then I missed some, and I just kind of didn't really want to play Final Fantasy XIV again. I kind of got into this attitude with Stormblood as well, where I didn't like waiting for the new patches to roll in, because I'm not just going to play the game and grind out tomestones from patch to patch. But Endwalker is coming out in about a month and some change, so I feel like I'd like to get back into the game and finish up all of the dungeons and raids from Shadowbringers that I never saw. Probably do the same thing of just go super hard on Endwalker when it comes out, tap out the base content, maybe wait for one patch cycle, and then take a break until we get to the final patch cycle of Endwalker. No webcam anymore. I don't think I need it. No live split timer. I don't think anybody cares, especially since I was only timing the instance time. We're just going to do full screen 1080p trusts, I think, for the most part, because I like all the new story stuff that you get from doing it with trusts. So let's pop in. Heroes Gauntlet. I just did the quests leading up to this, and they were pretty cool. There's a pretty cool single-player instance with Elidibus, where he's like Ardbert, and you have to fight all of these people from the previous expansions. Sure, I have no idea. I haven't played this game at all, so I guess playing with trust will be good because it will help me to remember what I'm doing without pissing off a bunch of people. If they ever go back and implement trust for older expansion content,
hang on to something.
I might want to record like a New Game Plus playthrough. Just me kind of going through everything. Music's sweet, so that's not a surprise. This theme sounds somewhat familiar. Tomestones of Allegory. Okay. I might kill the White Mage. That's right. Absolute Stone 4. I think I remember my buttons-ish. I think the audio balance is okay. Before I had to turn it down to hear voice over Discord, but I don't think I have to worry too much about that. So I can hear the music a little bit better in my own ear now, which is nice. But I'll try to watch this VOD after this one's done. Absolute Cure 2, how dare you. I'll listen to this VOD after this one's done and see if I need to adjust it at all. But hopefully it's at least you can hear me okay. White Mage is dead. Probably why I recognize the melody, because it's from Shadowbringers, okay. Soken's really good at motif usage. Spectral Samurai. Let's see if they've patched anything about Warrior in the time that I played. It seems like it plays about the same. I think I still only want to use AoE attacks when it's 3 or more targets, though, so I'll probably be focusing one of these down. I like the theming, though. Oh, cool. Spectral monks. That wasn't on our side, okay. So I think I always crit, and I always direct hit, both when I'm in inner release and when I'm in, I need to remember my ability name. I know what the buttons are. Infuriate, yeah. So I think that means that I want to use Infuriate outside of inner release as much as possible so that I'm not wasting cooldowns in the middle of this while I have infinite rage. Spectral Bard. I don't know, there's Dragoon. It may have changed Provoke, so it gives you a little bit of... I don't know if it's just, you know, you get the same threat as the person at the top +1 or what. Probably want to get in the habit of using my defensive cooldowns. I wasn't doing that at all in the questing leading up to this point. Help the healer out a little bit. I'm down to 2. I think I just want to do regular attacks here. Arms length? Okay. Talos are gonna break open this, basically. Ah, cool. Nice. First boss. This is what I live for. Sight reading bosses in Final Fantasy XIV is like the cathartic milestone. It gets me through content. Spectral Thief. Interesting. Does he look like a... Oh, cool. I like his costume. Okay, that is the Tank Buster. Got it. Dash. So if it's like Final Fantasy job-themed dungeon, it's a pretty cool concept. Oh. Oh, weird. I think it's just a countdown and then it dashes to the target. Okay. Whirlwind. Raid damage. Okay.
Leave the healing to me.
We've gotten pretty good at, like, generally having a raid damage attack. Chicken knife. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this dungeon. This one already has my, like, cool Final Fantasy lore thing going on. Choosing a dash to those two locations.
I will not hold back.
I miss Final Fantasy 14. Bosses are cool. Chicken knife's a cool choice too. But it makes them a targetable enemy, so. Oh, and he splits. Cool.
Let's give them a show.
Curious what other jobs they can do in here. Thief is nice since it's not actually really represented in Final Fantasy 14. I mean, kind of, with the rogue skill, but since it turns into ninja.
This is going to leave a mark. You underestimate me.
No, I'm not using my cooldowns efficiently, but I gotta remember what the hell I'm doing here. I think I missed the tank buster that time. Usually they stack up in the center there. It's a great way to learn these fights too, just kind of watch what your allies are doing with trust.
This is going to leave a mark. On guard.
Catalyst is aiming. I don't think I care about aiming. Cool. Probably only do one job-themed dungeon, right? Even though I'm super into this shit. I think I want to do 2 Infuriates before entering Inner Release. Oh, right, because my cooldown's affected every time I do one of these. And then it becomes available again right at the very end of this. I don't think I want Infuriate to be available during Inner Release. That's right. That would be cool. I'm like now I'm trying to envision what the like other bosses could be if they're all job themed. I'd love to see a Mimic, like Go-Go or something as the final boss. I have no idea how they would make that work. How do you adapt that to an MMO, right? Cool. NPC's familiar. That's pretty cool. Check the white mage first if possible. Oh shit. Yeah, I was able to block that. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and the toad works. That's pretty sweet. This is a cool dungeon. This game is delightful. I think I'm one of the jobs that has an interrupt responsibility. I'm really glad they added that into the game. There are a couple bits of like Realm Reborn content that you could interrupt, but is it Hawk Manor, I think? Slightly increase your skill cap just a teensy bit. So I'm obviously not recording my questing. Coming off of old school RuneScape, I forgot how much I hate the quests in this game. Like the questing phase of the game. I think I dislike questing in this as much as I like the instance content, which is saying a lot, because I like the instance content a lot. It just feels like busy work. It still feels kind of inflated. But then you get, this is like your reward. This is definitely the vegetables. Or rather, the questing is the vegetables. This is definitely the dessert. This feels like dessert. For surviving. I love all the callbacks to the earlier zones and allies and other dungeons. I remember those well enough. Ink Mage. Interesting. This is because they're... Maybe it's because they're meant to be scholars. Oh, gravity.
Leave the healing to me.
Flambe instead of broil. There must be some weird, like, lore reason why these guys aren't allowed to be scholars. I also don't remember, I know that, like, the plane of existence that we're on has some implications. I guess also why they couldn't be summoners, right? I like seeing everybody fighting on the sides there. Thanks, Titania. Probably gonna have to buy some gear, I think. My eye level is 460. Yeah, I don't think that's enough to do all the content. I only have like 3 million gil. Don't want to have to grind. Just kind of want to do all the levels without having to think about it. I know Final Fantasy 14 is like super popular right now, but I think if they expanded Trust even further, it would get tons more people, or they'd get better retention for the people checking it out, or are mad about World of Warcraft. Alright, so just got... Oh man, I don't remember how to do any of this. Is it sort? Hearing offending. In comparison. It's definitely better. Okay. Who we got now? Oh, not a job. Oh, Necromancer. Oh. Cool. Okay. Didn't think too much about jobs that are barely represented, right? I love the job system in Final Fantasy. It's so iconic. I love what you can do with it across an anthology of different jobs meaning different things while having similar themes. So I triggered some tethers. which are bombs, which looks like we want to maybe not
I will
stack.
not hold back.
Oh yeah, we want to be stacked up for group heals, I think. But I think I probably still want to keep her faced away from the group, I guess. Go burst. Ah, okay. Little like zombie guys on the ground here. This is a really cool dungeon. The effects in this game are so good. Let's see. Now it looks like folks are trying to run away from each other. It's gonna be the icon, don't be near each other. Ah, and you get interesting. Rooted, and they're gonna do the burst. That's
It's going
nice.
to leave a mark.
Oh, I love the way these fights are designed. They're so smart. They really know what they're doing now. I think that's raid damage, I would guess. Yeah, like... So they teach you Mechanic 1, they teach you Mechanic 2, and then they put them together. Now we're back to Mechanic 1, right? Stack up because it's not going to be the big one. Oh, that is going to be the big one. Okay. I love the little zombies crawling on the ground towards you. That's such a cool looking effect. Rod Tuition's actually going to help me here.
I will not hold back.
Oh, it one-shot him.
Pay me back later.
My thanks.
That's cool. LSA's able to res him. I don't know if I can get her to face that in such a way that it doesn't result in someone dying.
Leave the healing to me.
Mostly focusing on the cool mechanics here, forgetting the tank. Albino, don't stand in the shit. Looks like it's not hurting him too bad. I think I did that one attack wrong, the Absolute Dark, where she turns around. That was a really cool boss. Like, both as a necromancer and as just like a tightly designed MMO boss. I have renewed respect for the boss design in this game after checking out World of Warcraft, where the game does nothing to try to teach you boss mechanics. It just literally has a manual you're supposed to read that explains how everything works. I think it's the best in the industry. Like, I feel like if you're gonna make an MMO, you have to study this game. You don't have to do it just like this, but it's like the ultimate sight-readable MMO. I think they've got their like dungeon tuning just right, where it's not quite face roll, but you have room for like one of your party members to be terrible when you're pugging it, and you'll probably still limp to victory. It decreases the social dependency aspect a little bit.
Leave the healing to me.
On guard.
Cool. Yeah, I can Marstead. Absolute Protect. Not doing that. Absolute Glare. pretty nice too, because I assume if you let Absolute Protect go off, it's just more annoying to kill them, right? Because it might cause you to lose or something. Now that they did Necromancer, no, I'm trying to think like a really obscure job. It didn't occur to me that they could get some representation for some of the weirder, cool jobs like Mimic via dungeons. They've opened this door now. Heaven's Eye materia. I need to figure out what my materia is, but I doubt it's going to matter because I'm just going to lose all my gear. I think it's weapon speed so that I can more comfortably fit all of my belt cleaves or whatever. I may have missed. I already cast Protect. I didn't see it. Target this thing fast enough. So.
Leave the healing to me.
Absolute holy. I haven't seen anything about Endwalker. I don't know what the new jobs are. I think Sage is one of them. That may have crossed my desk because someone was talking about the job icon causing trypophobia or whatever. But other than that, I don't know anything else. I'm pretty excited for it. Shadowbringers is really good. Shield is impregnable.
Leave the healing to me.
I like how all of these give you like NPC allies.
Gloves are off.
Instinctively want to run up this chain to get a rupee. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna get? I'm excited. Oh, is it Berserker? Cool. Yeah, it is. Nice. Distant Ideal. Keep doing this. Final Fantasy 14. This is rad. Because I couldn't really make Berserker work as a class, I don't think. Okay. I need to remember how to do countdowns. Just in the menu. Beastly Fury is raid damage. Put some shit on the edges of the arena. And there's a stack. So let's go full up. Raging Slice. Okay, so it's a non-telegraphed line attack. Gotcha. This is raid damage. I guess that means I can probably use the attack that lowers his damage next time. cool. And it's got a knockback. That's awesome. Very cool. Rocks. Oh, interesting. So we need them to land on the rocks. Hide in the rocks. I think so. Looks like it's a wave. Oh, we gotta hide in here during that. A bit berserk. Oh! I don't know if, oh, I'm guessing if you get 2 berserk, you just start auto-attacking and you can't use your abilities anymore. I bet that's right. That's pretty sweet. I like that it's a bit berserk, so you can be like percentages of the berserk status effect, right? Oh sure, I could have dodged that. I think pulling up confirms that. Okay. I didn't think you would ever hit the tank with that. I needed to be in a way that I didn't get knocked onto the edge. Okay. Hide in here again, right? That's cool. So it's like you could see, if you didn't see your allies run in there, you would see that it would fly across the arena but go over those. So part of what I think is really cool about that idea is that people complain about how the arenas in Final Fantasy XIV are just like circles or squares, and there's no like topology to them, which I think is completely reasonable that they do it that way for lots of reasons. Like you shouldn't have to do that ridiculous bullshit in is it Twintania in Coil? That shouldn't be how fights are designed, I think. But the way this works, because the boss introduces interesting topology into the map during the fight. I think I was late. That can communicate to you, you're supposed to use this topology to win the battle, right? So, I don't know if they've ever done that before. I'm trying to remember other fights that I've done. This might be the first time that they've been able to modify the map with attacks. So it would be cool if you had a fight that like added a mountain or something, right?
This is going to leave a mark.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
Really like
I'll
this
handle
boss
the
a
healing.
lot. Big fan. Very rusty as a warrior. I'm gonna have to remember what the hell I'm doing, but... Great.
Berserker's a good choice.
I can still get my Go-Go boss fight. I have no idea how it would work in an MMO. How do you mimic... I guess maybe he makes like sub-knives or something? Oh, that's interesting. The craters are still there. It looked like the second time they split into 2 craters, which is interesting. Tombstones of Revelation. Thanks, guys. So, I'm back with Final Fantasy XIV. I don't yet know... I might stitch these together. Before, I was just uploading an instance at a time, but it was kind of spamming my channel. A bunch of short VODs, so I might, like, put all the dungeons and all the raids together or something, but I haven't decided yet, so this might just go up as a single episode. Hopefully I got the audio balance okay. I'm going to listen to it now, and we'll go quest and do whatever the next thing is. I'll see ya!